Hello, hi Rajiv ji. Kamal here from Mera Sangeet and a warm welcome to you once again on our show Chat Enjoy.
Hi Kawalji, Pranam, thank you. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you, Rajiv ji. And today again we've got a number of queries sent in by our listeners. But before we move on to them, just wanted to know in case there's anything of importance that you would like to share with our listeners here.
Just a general comment about the implementation of Obama's plan for legal immigration. We have discussed it in almost every radio show in the last few weeks.
Right.
Just kind of an overview of where we are. Uh, November 21st, President Obama announces, I intend to make some changes in our current policies that would help people who are in employment based legal immigration uh, process to perhaps be able to deal with the immigration requirements easier. So, some of the things they had mentioned, one was to give employment authorization to spouses of H-1 holders, the H-4 EAD rule. They've already announced that, so that's coming into effect May 26th. Then they had talked about making changes to other visa processing as well. They have also implemented an L2. Um, L2 is the intra-company transfer specialized knowledge employees interpretation, which will be very helpful to companies who have employees coming from India and other countries. Now, the most important thing that has been on the forefront of people in USA who are going through the employment-based green card process is the policy change by President Obama, which would permit them to file the last step of the green card process, known as adjustment of status or I-485, without waiting for their dates to be current, which means it would say shave off about 4 or 5 years on an average waiting time from the normal waiting time for the last step processing. Why is that
Right.
important? Couple of reasons. If you can file your 485 early, one, you get advanced parole that makes it possible to travel without any problem, unlike H-4 visa, H-1 visa. And you get your employment authorization. You can get rid of your H-1 if you so choose. I don't advise it, but that's a potentially available option. And the third thing that happens, which is very important, is job portability, which means that if your I-140 is approved and 485 has been pending 180 days, you can change jobs to any employer without losing your green card, which would be a big change. And the last thing that was important was a definition of what jobs you can change to without losing your green card. The current regulations, or actually, there are no regulations, the current policy is that in order for you to not lose your green card while it is pending, if you use portability and change after 180 days, you must change to a job that is same or similar to your original green card filing. So if you have filed as a programmer, you should be moving to a job that is also for a programmer or close to the programmer's position, same or similar. And what Obama said is that I'm going to make it clear that if there is natural progression in your career, we consider that to be same or similar. So, in other words, if you go from being a programmer to a lead programmer or a project manager, chances are we would have no problem getting your green card through. So, those are all important things. We're still waiting, don't know when it's going to be implemented, but every conference call we've heard USCIS say that they are working on it. I am certainly very hopeful that all these things will be implemented quite soon. That's all I had to say, Kamalji.
All right, fair enough, Rajesh. So now we do have some queries sent in by our listeners here. The first one is from a listener who says, um, "Can an H4 EAD holder do business in the United States?"
Yes, they can.
All right. And another one here is from a listener who says, Um, I'm currently on OPT, and it ends in December. So my husband, who is on H-1B and I-140 to be approved, 2009 PD in ABC company, and he moved XYZ company. The XYZ company processes my new I-140. Do we have any clarity on the F1 OPT to H4 EAD process, or should I move to the H4 and then apply for EAD? Please do help me, Rajiv.
I think the question is this, from what I have understood. The question is, should I be filing H4 change of status as well as EAD concurrently, or do I have to first move to H4, then move to EAD? And the answer, if that is the question, is that you can file for H4 and EAD at the same time. I don't see any problem with that.
All right. And the final question here is from a listener who says, I am on H1B and my husband on H4 is presently in India. He's working in India. So can I apply for H4 EAD while he is in India, or would he need to come here before we start the application process?
I do not know the answer to that question because there is no definitive word on a situation like this. However, I would be very surprised if USCIS allows absentee applications. I don't think they'll allow
Okay. Okay. So that means the husband, whenever he is here in the United States, it's then they take up the process of applying.
it. That is my guess. Yes, ma'am.
All right. Okay. So, Rajiji, these were the queries sent in by our listeners here. Thank you so much once again for being a part of our show, Chatting and Chatting.
Always a pleasure. Thank you for having me, Kawaji. Bye bye.
Thank you, Rajiji. Have a good day. Bye-bye.
Every other Thursday at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we host free community conference calls. Everybody is welcome to join. Some people post questions ahead of time. You can take membership in our forums. All of the details are there on our website, immigration.com. You can take membership ahead of time, and it's instantaneous. It happens right away. And post your questions beforehand, or you can just log in. The phone number and all are provided: 202-800-8394, 12:30 Eastern Standard Time every other Thursday. We have free apps for both Apple iOS platform for your iPhones and iPads, as well as for Android. Just look for immigration.com, the period dot, and the application should show up.